Hello everyone, I'm Chris Mozillo, Shieldbearer's son, and do you like card games? I love card games. Strip Poker, Strip Solitaire, Strip House of Cards, heck, even Strip Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a whole variety of card games for everyone to enjoy, but today we're going to be looking at a card game, online trading card game that takes place online. That doesn't have much trading in it, so just an online card game. No, not Strip Online Poker, but today we're playing Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcraft. In case you hadn't realised, Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcraft, is the card game based off of the world of World of Warcraft, where you use various monsters and spells and characters from the game in order to outplay the other person. There are 9 classes to choose from, and as you play each one, you unlock more basic cards for that class, up to a point where you've unlocked basically all the cards actually required for that class to work. So good luck trying to win anything with the starting decks, as they ain't got shit. Mechanically, the game is very simple, and therefore super easy to get into. While each card is more or less unique, there's a great sense that even if you're seeing a card you've never seen before, what that card will then do will be something simple and familiar. So many other card games suffer from each card doing something so unique and so strange that you've got to read through Dante's Inferno, no, not that one, to understand what this is even doing. Cards generally are limited to taunting, charging, death rattling, battle crying, or wind furying. There'll be a few bits and pieces of extras, but ultimately all the cards operate at a simple level. This simplicity and low learning curve also benefits from just the layout of the client and the way the game operates. I've seen in other online card games that the client and card game just turn into a fucking mess where there's about 50 million things going on the screen at once, and it's also fucking weird. Here the most complex thing there is to do on the board is clicking on things. Clicking on all the things. Forever. The game is free to play, which is awesome. However, I'd say there's only so far this can be stretched, as while yes, you could easily not spend any real money, it's what I've been doing. But you'll quickly find yourself, at least early on, getting annoyed as you've only managed to buy 2 booster packs which had nothing, and yet you're against people who are playing a fucking Alex Strauzer and all the cards which are significantly better than everything else. I mean, you earn money to spend on booster packs and the like through daily quests, which normally revolve around playing so many games as a specific class. The question on everyone's lips though is, how efficient are the daily quests for the time being put in? Well, there's only one way to answer this. With science! I spent a week of play taking note of my daily quests, and also recording how long each game took. From this, we can work out a rough estimate for the average length of time a game takes, and then the amount of gold earned for each game. So, across the 21 games, I earned 320 gold through dailies, and an additional 70 gold through the standard 10 gold for every 3 wins, for a total of 390 gold. The average game time worked out to be 5 minutes and 13 seconds, and average gold being 18.5 a game. So we can roughly see that to buy a single booster pack, it would take 31 minutes and 18 seconds, although stretched across a few days, but screw more calculations. This isn't GCSE maths now! But anyway, as you can see, it can take a while to get a booster pack, and when you get fuck all, it can be quite the slog. Then there's the single player, which was eventually released in a timely manner, costing 700 gold a wing, which, just to save everyone some time, I'm going to tell you it would take 38 games, and so about 3 hours, 18 minutes and 14 seconds to earn 1 wing, across a single week. Which is also impossible, more or less. Look, I said no more maths. Anyway, the reason I bring all of this up is that you can easily pay real money for all of this, and in theory, with any single player content as the cards unlock to the exact same for everyone, it can quickly become assumed that everyone has these cards, as there's no luck to them, so you really need to have all of these cards because that's how metas work. And then this only delays buying packs because it's so expensive. It's a little pay to win, but that's all I'm going to say. Anyway, that's a rant for another video I feel. Back to the Hearthstone plays. There's an arena mode where you pick one of 3 classes and then proceed to build a deck out of cards randomly given to you. This mode is actually pretty fun as there's no limit to how many instances you can have of one card, opening up to some crazy decks that make little to no sense. Sadly, I've never been very lucky when playing the arena and have just proceeded to suck. Which I'd like to say isn't just because I'm bad at the game, as in ranked play I tend to do pretty alright for myself, I think. Maybe? I went against this one person with a golden profile and you only get that for winning 500 ranked games of that class, and then beat them, despite there being no footage. Trust me. But weirdly, between the official release of the game and its open beta, nothing happened. If you were expecting anything from a bunch of new cards or maybe something else, no. When the game was officially released, it just happened, like someone quietly shitting their pants in the corner. Not a big deal as no one really cared, or something. As far as I know, the only thing that happened was special card packs for each season, and the gold profile thing. It was just a bit anticlimactic. For a game that can almost be very skill-based, but at the same time very luck-based because it's a card game, there are times where it feels like some cards are just designed to break the game. So many of the legendaries in the game feel like they should just be relabeled to, "You win the game, good job," as they're either completely decked out with practically every ability ever, or their ability just wins the game because reasons. But wait, maybe I'll finally get lucky. It's beautiful. So that's Hearthstone. It's a fun enough game, but really for me, I don't really see myself ever playing it for large quantities of time. It's more of a game that I play every few days for just a short amount of time each day. But that may also just be my crippling addiction to League of Legends. It is sort of difficult to argue against it because it's a decent enough game and it's free, more or less, and I think, you know, for the amount of hours I've managed to get out of it, you can't complain too much because I didn't have to really spend a penny. And who can argue with value like that, right? I am a little sad though, as I went an entire video about a card-based game without even once saying, "It's time to duel," or even mentioning Heart of the Cards once. Heart is even in the title of the game, sort of. Come on! Hey there, and thanks for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to let me know down in the below section where people write their thoughts. If you hated it, tell me in the most unconstructive way possible, because it's what everyone else does, right? But, you know, if you're crazy, then feel free to actually subscribe if you actually want to see more of my crazy shenanigans, which hopefully should be getting back on track now that I'm unemployed. Anyway, thank you for watching, and leave feedback if you want. You don't have to. Today we're going to be having a look at Heroes of Hearthstone Warcraft. Game based off of World of the Here the most complex thing there is. No. Here the most complex thing to do? No. Here. Opening up to some crazy decks that make little and an initiative.